Shout out to Jiroltv. You're doing well. You're doing great. You know what time it is. Let's explore. Yo.
I would love to say a big shout out to Jiroltv.
A very big thanks to Jiroltv. They are doing well. They are doing well.
Shout out to Jiroltv.
Shout out to Jiroltv. Arọ́bà fìtọ́ lóhùn ò ṣe tọ́ba gbogbo wọn tanra wọn jẹ ní. Ìlú dá sí méjì ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣe bí tọ́ba là ó ṣe. Watch Jiroltv on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Jiroltv to the world.
Welcome on this week's episode of Jiroltv Weekly Review, where we give you a recap of the stories that came up on our blog. Please sit back and enjoy. On Monday, the BAU Agenda 2026 team, led by prominent political figures, stormed Ileje local government area on Sunday as part of its ongoing support for Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji's re-election bid alongside his deputy, Chief Mrs. Monisade Afriye. During the tour, which covered all 10 wards in the local government, the BAU Agenda executives highlighted the benefits of Governor Oyebanji's continuity, including even development across communities, improved healthcare services, expansion of farmlands to boost socio-economic growth and increase agricultural support for farmers. They emphasized that the governor's track record of transparency, accountability, and impactful projects makes him the best choice for Ekiti's future. In what many are calling a moment of divine alignment, Osungbekun Kamal Benga was appointed media officer for the BAU Team Endorsement Committee in Ekiti West Local Government. The appointment under the chairmanship of Are Adebusi Ebenezer, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Internal Relations, has been met with widespread approval. He credited, quoting the biblical proverbs, "The Lord is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord." Proverbs 16:33. Osungbekun expressed deep gratitude, describing the opportunity as a divine double six. He credited his new role to the visionary leadership of Are Adebusi Ebenezer, a respected financial expert and grassroots mobilizer, whose stewardship continues to shape Ekiti West's political landscape. And now Tuesday, in a bold step to further enhance security of lives and properties across the state, Ekiti State Government began the process of recruiting over 500 personnel into the Amotekun Corps, Agro Marshals, and Anti-Grazing Task Force. The recruitment process, which is geared towards reinforcing the state's ability to curb criminal activities, protect farmers, as well as enforce anti-grazing laws effectively, began in Ado-Ekiti on Tuesday. Speaking with journalists during the screening exercise held at the Ekiti Parako Pavilion in Ado-Ekiti, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Security Matters, Brigadier General Ogundano Ebenezer, retired, said the exercise is a critical step towards beefing up the security architecture of the state and expand personnel aimed at addressing the growing security challenges across the state, particularly in rural communities. Residents of rural communities in Ekiti State showered praises on Governor Biodun Oyebanji for his administration's impactful projects, which they say have significantly improved their livelihoods. The commendation came on Tuesday during an inspection tour by the Commissioner for Rural and Community Development, Honorable Oluwafemi Abimbola Femtex, to assess the progress of various community-driven initiatives funded by the state government. In Ekiti, residents expressed joy as they celebrated a newly installed solar-powered boreholes, ending the years of water scarcity. The excitement sparked in Erigino, Ekiti, where the government is reconstructing a collapsed culvert over the historic Omi Irianyonigba River, a sacred site famous for its forbidden fish and tourist appeal. Wednesday, in a move to promote inclusivity, the Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyèbánjí distributed advanced hearing aids worth millions of naira and presented trade test certificates to persons with disabilities (PWDs) in the state on Thursday at the Ekiti Skills Acquisition Center in Ado-Ekiti. The event, organized by the Office of Disabilities Affairs in conjunction with the Office of Special Education and Social Inclusion, had 5 individuals comprising 4 children and 1 adult selected after rigorous assessment to receive premium hearing aids, each valued at 1.2 million naira, totaling 2.4 million naira per pair. The beneficiaries were carefully chosen from an initial pool of 70 candidates. Mrs. Adetoun Agbola, Special Advisor on Special Education and Social Inclusion, explained that the recipients underwent thorough evaluations before receiving the aids. Highlight of the event was when one of the beneficiaries, Ms. Ogunloko Opeyemi, who spoke on behalf of others, proved the potency of the hearing aids as she could now respond immediately when spoken to, something she couldn't do for years.
DJ Young.
On the beat.
Thursday, Ekiti State Governor Mr. Biodun Oyèbánjí called on the Nigerian police force to deploy additional personnel to the state to further enhance security and address criminal activities, particularly at the border towns. Governor Oyèbánjí made the call on Thursday when he received the new Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Zone 17, comprising Ondo and Ekiti states, Ajani Musbau Omolabi, in his office in Ado-Ekiti. He also urged the police force to intensify efforts at enhancing security as the state will soon enter election season. While saying that Ekiti remains one of the safest states in the country, the governor also noted when he described as inadequate security coverage in many rural areas of the state, leaving residents vulnerable to criminal activities which undermines public safety. Earlier in his remarks, AIG Ajani Musbau said the purpose of the visit was to familiarize himself with the governor and express his gratitude to the governor for his consistent support of the police force, which has significantly improved the effectiveness of security operations in the state. Finally, for Thursday, the Jiroltv crew on Thursday congratulated Engineer Bayo Ajayi, board member, Ekiti State Environmental Protection Agency, SEPA, and BOT member, Bao Agenda 2026 Group, for adding another year, describing him as a selfless philanthropist and passionate advocate of the second-term bid of Governor Biodun Oyèbánjí. Some of his philanthropic initiatives included donation of 10,000 naira to 100 widows to support their petty business, donation of jerseys and cash gifts to the State Football Club, Ekiti United, donation of cash and 1,000 customized exercise books to the children with disabilities at the Children Therapy Center, and donation of a Hilux van to the BAO Agenda 2026 group, and more. From the Jiroltv crew, we wish Engineer Bayo Ajayi more fruitful years ahead. Congratulations.
Look at me. I am an undimensionable horror. And nobody can Tamilaya. He who Tamilaya is Takulaya. He who Takulaya will die hippopotaneously, patapatale and rautically. Are you okay? Yes, sir.
Yo.
Now.
Shikawaba. Shayokolo. Thank you, Loni. Thank you, Loni. Shongo. Thank you, Loni. Ofek ba lọ́wọ́ mi. Kini ma ṣe mo japa loni. London South Sea mo gbori wọlé. Nínú Bentley, on bá mi ṣeré ṣomọ. But I really care what them talk about me. Yeah. Only me know how you did do me for body. Money on my mind, me rolling.
Moving now to Friday. On Friday, Ekiti State Governor Mr. Biodun Oyubanji restated the transformation potential of the Ekiti Knowledge Zone, describing it as a project that will redefine the state's economic and industrial landscape, create prosperity, and drive sustainable development. Governor Oyubanji stated this during a meeting with the team from African Development Bank (AFDB), led by the Chief Development Economist, Mrs. Rosamond Ofei Awuku, and the Federal Ministry of Finance team, led by Dr. Mrs. Akonde Oyubola, who were in the state on a supervisory mission to the Ekiti Knowledge Zone. Emphasizing that the EKZ is rooted in the intellectual and educational strength of Ekiti people, the governor said the zone is strategically positioned to attract investment and serve as a hub for knowledge-based enterprise in Nigeria. Earlier in her remarks, Chief Development Economist of the African Development Bank, Mrs. Rosamond Ofei Awuku, who expressed satisfaction with the progress made on the Ekiti Knowledge Zone project, commended the state government for its commitment to developing a knowledge-based economy, noting that the ongoing efforts align with the AFDB vision for sustainable development and innovation-driven growth. Finally, for the week, the Ekiti State Deputy Governor, Chief Mrs. Munisa Deyafuye, declared that Governor Biodun Oyubanji was making significant investment in talent hunting and promotion at the grassroots to develop the sports potential of the young population. Mrs. Afuye stated that Oyubanji's government is currently constructing a multi-billion naira sports complex that will help in unlocking the untapped potentials of the youths to create wealth and make Ekiti popular as a center of excellence in sporting activities. She spoke while receiving the current Ragnarok Pro Athlete Weightlifting African Champion and Ikere Ekiti indigene Mr. Kayode Tobiloye in her office in Ado Ekiti, the state capital. She described the graduate of Ekiti State University and strongest man in Africa as a patriotic Ekiti for remembering his roots despite spending decades abroad pursuing his career. The athlete and head of security for the renowned hip-hop artist Kiss Daniel said he has the intention of attracting African weightlifting fiesta to Ekiti State, as earlier done in Kenya, Tanzania, and other African nations to develop local talents. Thanks for watching. For details on each stories, please visit our blog, Jiroltv.com. Remember that for your news mention, video coverage, jingles, advertisement, documentaries, and all your media engagements, please call 006 575 1868. Also find us on Facebook, Jiroltv, and YouTube, Jiroltv. Jiroltv, something to watch.